very different world and a different context also, Doctor. If you really look at parents, most of the parents thinks that they've never been taught about something like this, and they are pretty much living their life, and it's such a natural and instinctive process. You don't have to teach it formally. So, what's your view? Is that really required to be talked about?
See, this thought that it is natural and instinctive and not be taught comes with the bias that sex education means only teaching about maybe a genital centered sex, like a sexual intercourse. Actually, if you look at the entire curriculum of what exactly is taught in sex education, it forms only 2%. Telling children about sexual intercourse is only 2% of the entire curriculum. Rest 98% is something else, where we prepare children at correct attitude. Sex education is not merely genital centered sex, it is preparing their attitude. It is guiding their behavior. It is making them feel comfortable with their sexuality. And there are a lot of things involved. For example, a knowledge about contraception cannot be natural. One has to learn from it about it. Knowledge about sexually transmitted diseases is not instinctive. You have to learn about various sexually transmitted diseases. And even knowledge about the legality and the law related to and around sexuality is not instinctive. So naturally, what is instinctive is probably the sexual impulse, the sexual desire. But the behavior around it has to be taught. Like, for example, eating or visiting a toilet is also very natural. But still, we do toilet training to children. We teach even how to eat. We wash our hands before eating. We teach even table manners to children. Animals don't have to learn that. So naturally, with every instinct of human being, some education comes along because we are living a civilized life. We have to, and we are not alone. We are relating with people. We are interacting with people. We are in the company of people. So you have to have a certain behavior and certain attitude which portrays the correct behavior and correct image and correct ideas. So that is why, though sexual instinct is very natural, lot that is included in the sex education is not merely teaching them about sexual intercourse. It is a very small portion. There are lot of other things that we teach in sex education to children. For example, how to protect yourself from being sexually abused by a stranger, or by a stranger, by someone known to you, maybe a relative, maybe a neighbor, maybe a teacher. Now, that's not going to come instinctive. And the incident of sexual abuse is so high, all over the world. So, unless, and you can't accompany your child everywhere. The child is going to school alone, going to be in school alone, he's going to on a playground alone, he may be traveling alone. And anywhere, any of these places, he could be sexually abused by just anyone. So unless you have trained the child to protect oneself, even though there is no adult accompanying, it can't be instinctive. It has to be taught from outside. How to be
Well,
comfortable how to be comfortable with your own sexuality. Because lots of thoughts come, lots of feelings arise, and they come like a flood in response to certain hormones. And if the child is not taught about it, how to deal with it, what to do with these feelings, they don't even know these are sexual feelings. How to deal with these thoughts? Unless they are taught about it, trained about it, they are likely to feel very overwhelmed and likely to feel very strange and may not know how to go about conducting themselves and even behaving in the presence of others and how to deal with their emotions and thoughts. That is why they definitely need to be educated and made to feel comfortable.
very well